What is up, everyone? Welcome to another episode of Talking Timepieces with Tony. This is Paco, and I'm Tony. Today I'm wearing my Rolex GMT 126710 BLNR, commonly known as the Batgirl Jubilee bracelet. Today we've got, now it's Friday, so it's another episode of Ask the Magic Watch Ball. That's wacko. This is a cat fort that I built for the kitties. Is that like, that's how much I care about my kitties. Let's get them a nice little fort to hang out in, you know what I mean? Anyway, welcome to Friday. So, the Q&As on Friday are just generally kind of lighthearted. We have the Magic Watch Ball. It's Ask the Magic Watch Ball, you know, and basically for the new subscribers, we do this on Fridays, and you know, for all the people that in the watch industry that think they have a crystal ball and they predict what's going to happen, and then generally it doesn't happen, and you know, it's what it is. So this is just fun, but the Magic Watch Ball is a smart ass. She can be a real pain in the ass. Just ask a question. If you want to be featured on the Magic Watch Ball, all you got to do is leave a comment with a question, and it'll be featured in one of the upcoming Watch Ball Q&As. Now, having said that, how it works is you ask the question for the Watch Ball answers, doesn't answer, can be cocky, could be whatever kind of mood she's in, and then I throw in my 2 cents worth. Some of the questions are just for me, not for the Watch Ball, and I just answer, and that's pretty much how it goes. We've been doing this for a while now, and it's, you know, people like it, I guess. You like to have your questions answered, right? So that's what we're here for. All right, so let's roll the intro and we'll get into the questions. Alrighty, so I have the questions here, and some of them are statements, so some of them aren't actually questions, but you know, that's how it works too. Sometimes some people leave me a comment and I'll go, oh, you know what, that's a good topic. I'll go ahead and print that, and we'll make that happen too. So the first one comes from Donald McKinney 1333. Hi Tony, I would love your thoughts on the Daytona Ghost, but with black dial and no diamond version. Really? My thoughts on it. I mean, it's a Rolex Daytona, right? So you can't really go wrong with the Rolex Daytona, or really any Rolex for that matter. However, the Ghost, you know, on the Oyster Flex strap, you know, it's nice. I don't particularly I don't drool over it. It's not a watch that, you know, if I had my choice of all the Daytonas, I'd be putting in the top, you know. So it's all right, you know. I mean, it's cool. I wouldn't wait on any type of a list for it, you know. I mean, I wouldn't request it from my AD, you know what I mean. And if it's one that he got in and said, you know, without me knowing, and said, hey Tony, I have this Daytona, do you want it? I don't know, man. I might. I don't know, but that's okay. It's nice. It's all good. Thanks for your question, Donald. The next one comes from George Magdaleno. It basically says, I got the call. We know what that means. And that's awesome, dude. Thanks to you and your vibe, I just spoke to my AD like a real person and started looking at Seiko prospects, Pepsi in the shop weeks ago. He also had a Grand Seiko. One thing leads to another, and I mentioned your channel. He watches your channel too. Right on. He likes watching good content. I told him straight out, I know the waiting list is long, so might as well get a Seiko Prospect Pepsi. He called me on Friday, July 7th, 2023 at night and said he had a Rolex GMT Master 2 Pepsi Oyster 40 millimeter. Thank you, Tony. You helped me make it happen. Right on, dude. Congratulations for one. And I'm glad you got the call. Pepsis aren't easy to come by, you know what I mean? And well, you know, any GMT Master isn't really easy to come by, but I'm glad I could help. And that sort of also, you know, I've gotten a lot of comments from people that have said that I've helped them with how they approach the AD and whatever, and they've gotten their watches. So I'm glad I'm able to do that, but you know, really, I'm not going to just take any credit for it. I just think that basically it's like being a cool person, going in, being who you are, not being don't pressure them, not being a dick, you know, kind of thing, you'll eventually, you know, get what you're looking for. I know that, you know, obviously some ADs do, yeah, they sell Grand Seiko. I didn't know some of the Rolex ADs sell just general Seikos as well, but I don't know. But congratulations, dude. Wear it in good health. I hope you enjoy it. Let me know. Let me know how it goes. Let me know how you like it. Thanks for your question, dude. I appreciate that, or your statement. This one comes from Mr. Ducati. This is a strange one. Hi, Tony. I'm still trying to catch up with all your videos. Keep them coming as I look forward to each one, and I appreciate that. I really do. Due to my health condition, as I suffered a stroke a few years ago, and I find the Oyster bracelet a bit too heavy for my newly acquired BLRO, I'm not sure how I can email or contact you directly, but do you think that your rep Ryan can sell me a Jubilee bracelet due to my circumstances? Thanks in advance for your kind reply. And you know, just first and foremost, that's really sucks. I'm sorry you had a stroke, dude. I hope you're not too bad, and I hope you're, you know, getting better. I answered you on something I remember, and then you said you tried every AD in the country, or not the country, but in like New York or wherever it was, that you tried a bunch of ADs and they can't get them. Look, here's the thing, man, and I don't mean this disrespectfully by any stretch, dude, but I can't help you. I mean, I have a YouTube channel, but it doesn't mean I can get anything I want to get whenever I want to get it. You know what I mean? And you can't just walk into an AD and say, I want to purchase a Jubilee bracelet. You know, the watch comes with a Jubilee bracelet, or it comes with an Oyster bracelet, and ADs don't stock bracelets, man. So I think in order for you to be able to get a Jubilee bracelet, you would have to bring that watch in, and I think you already said you did, but they couldn't help you. You know what I mean? So I don't know what to really tell you. I don't think it's really. I'm not saying it's not possible, but at the same time, it's kind of like that's just what you have. You've got an Oyster bracelet. Hang on, Paco. Why do you have to do these things when I'm on my show? He's just like, I don't know. So anyway, Mr. Ducati, I wish I could help you out, man, and I wish I could help out everyone who's like asking me for certain things. I mean, I just can't do it, you know. And but I hope you get better, dude. Anyway, but thank you for contacting me. James Brooks 4778. Question for the watch ball: what do you think of the Omega Speedmaster 38 as an alternative to the 41? Ah, finally. Speedmaster 38 to the 41. I'm partial to the 38. The 38 has a Valjoux 7753 movement, automatic, as opposed to a manual wind chronograph. It's a great watch. I would go with the 38. That's it. Thanks, watch ball. You're awesome. Yeah, man. You know, that's the from the 41. Yeah, there's a couple of those, right? I mean, there's like a 38. There's a Speedy reduced, right? Is that the one? Or there's another one that's like, I think 39 millimeters. I'm not sure. You know, the Omega makes so many things, you know what I mean? But that, I think the Speedmaster reduced is 39 millimeters. Yeah, no, I mean, the 38 would be perfect for me. I like it. It would be, you know, 100 meters water resistance with a sapphire crystal. Has the Valjoux, or it's the reference number 333 something or other. But it's based off of a Valjoux 7753, just like the Triumph top, the Breitling top time I had. So the one thing about, just to let everyone know, when you get a Valjoux movement in your watch, they are, it's kind of like having a party on your wrist. They're an excited movement. One little move and that rotor keeps going and you can hear it, and then the watch shakes, you know, on your wrist and everything, which doesn't bother me. It bothers some people, and I know that because I've heard from some people they don't like that movement and it would drive them nuts. Me, I don't care, but it's a good movement. Anyway, Valjoux at a 7750, 7753 are very, very, very good movements, workhorse movements. In the case of Omega, they probably take it apart and restructure everything and rebuild it, and, you know, make it happen the way that they do. But it's still a Valjoux 7753, so watch out for that rotor. It goes and goes and goes and goes. So yeah, it's cool. It's a nice watch, man. All right, thanks for that comment, James Brooks 4778. Richard, is it Richard? Yeah, Richard 14376 or Ricardi 4376. Anyway, I'm still waiting for a new sub, but I showed interest in the new 40mm Explorer, and 2 weeks later the AD offered me one. Picked it up next day and had it a week now, and really loving the watch. What's your thoughts on the 40mm Explorer? Cheers, Richard. You know, I would be more apt to buy the 40mm than the 36. Just because the 36 just still wears a little small for me, you know. And although I used to wear Rolex 36 Datejust all the time, I mean, I'm kind of now, they feel small. So I would be more apt to go with the 40mm. However, the Explorer is not my preferred watch. So for instance, if, like, I'll give you another example. If Juan, my AD, sent me a text message, Senor, I've got this watch, do you want it? I would say no. I would turn it down. Which has happened. I've turned down a bunch of watches that he's offered me. So, but I guess, you know, I mean, overall, it's the aesthetics of the watch. I mean, it's a nice watch. You know what I mean? I mean, Rolex in general are nice watches. So, and if I say didn't have a Rolex and say I was looking for a Rolex and I'd never owned a Rolex and I got offered the 40mm at an AD, then yeah, I might buy it just because, you know, and I might fall in love with it. Sometimes I look at watches and aesthetically when I look at them, I'm not really into them. And then sometimes I'm really into them and I'm not sure, once I get them, I don't like them, you know what I mean? So I have to bond with the watch. So it's not always about just aesthetics. Sometimes it's just bonding with the watch, you know what I mean? I have plenty of watches that I haven't bonded with that I fell in love with and spent thousands and thousands of dollars on and then realized I didn't like it at all, you know what I mean? And then I have watches that I was kind of like, I'm not sure, and then fall in love with them, like my Mont Blanc Heritage, you know what I mean? The Minerva, everything about that watch, you know what I mean? You know, it just depends, you know what I mean? So Rolex Datejust, my favorite Rolex of all time, right? And I've had a bunch of them. So, but the 41mm that I got was it last year or a year before? I can't remember. Silver dial, silver indices, or white gold. The silver on silver, I couldn't see the hands, and I'm like, oh man, you know, and I couldn't get along with the watch. Paco, settle down. I'm not going to yell because then it'll come across. I'll be like, fucking Paco. Hey, stop. Okay. Anyway, Ricardi, 4376. I appreciate it, man. This last one comes from, never heard of this guy, Alfie, aka Ronald Dog. What kind of name is that? I'm just kidding. This dude comments and he, you know, always ask questions. This is a strange question. Hi Tony, this has prompted a question. Okay, this is because I did that video about turning down a Rolex, free Rolex from that company. And if you haven't seen that video, just watch it. And it's so funny, a friend of mine in Australia who has her show, Aussie Wristwatch, is getting hit up as we speak from the same company. So she's gonna mess with them just like I did, and see where it goes. But having said that, this prompted a question for Alfie, aka Ronald Dog. Hi Tony, this has prompted a question. Do you ever enter those raffles to win Rolex, etc.? If you did and won, would you announce it on your channel? If you did, would you consider that was promoting the company and encouraging viewers to gamble with them, thereby increasing the company's revenue? Taking it one step further, would your investigative mind feel the win may not have been entirely above board? This is like 3 parts, dude. So, do you enter those raffles to win Rolex? No, I don't. I have no interest in them and I don't care. So, I'm just getting some weird security thing on my phone. Sorry. No, I don't. I'm not interested. I don't care about those. Now, granted, speaking of my friend in Australia, she did enter one of those things, and she actually did win, and legit won. Excuse me, a Submariner. So, and a new Submariner, box papers, everything. Good for her. Me? No, I don't care. It's not for me. But if I did, it says if you did, would you consider that promoting? Or if I did, would you announce it on your channel? Yeah, I mean, sure. Look, I freaking won a Rolex, dude. Look at that, man. Here it is. I wouldn't necessarily promote the company and say, okay, this is what you have to do to win a watch. I just say, hey, this is what I did and I won, you know. You don't have to do it. You can if you want, but if whatever, I'm just letting you know that I actually won a Rolex. I wouldn't promote the company, no. If you did, would you consider that was promoting the company and encouraging viewers to gamble with them, thereby increasing their company's revenue? Dude, people can do whatever they want, man. You know what I mean? If they want to start going with doing that kind of thing and helping them increase to their revenue it's not anything. I'm not encouraging anyone to do anything. If someone said, hey man, jump off of a bridge, you know, because I did and I survived, would you? You know what I mean? And I'm not saying that's extreme, but at the same time, no, I mean, if people did that, fuck, I don't care. You know what I mean? It's just the bottom line. It's just, if you choose to do that, it's like playing the lottery in general. You know what I mean? Would you, and then you won $1 million or $10 million or how much? Okay, so that leads me to the next part of your question. Taking it one step further, would your investigative mind feel the win may not have been entirely above board? And again, really what it comes down to is, say for instance you won the lottery, is it legit? I mean, you didn't legit earn the money, did you? You won the money, right? Whereas with this, would it be above board? Well, it's above board because you won the watch, and it doesn't matter. You got the watch you wanted. You're not getting the AD experience, and you didn't work hard to pull that money out to get it. You just won it, right? Just like, again, if you won the lottery, you know, you just won the money, you know what I mean? I always used to say when I was younger, I wouldn't want to win the lottery because I want to earn the money myself, you know, and I worked my ass off through my life. But at the same time, now at this stage of my life, through all the fucking struggles and downfalls and everything that I've had now, if I had a chance to win the lottery, fuck yeah, I would. The only difference is between me now and me when I was 25 years old is I would have probably been a bit more like, I'll be spending a lot more, you know. Now I'd be more sort of toned down into a, you know, I wouldn't splurge a lot. But having said that, I hope that answers your question and anyone else who may have been thinking the same thing. But I appreciate, as always, everyone's comments and questions, and like and subscribe if you want to. And you guys have a great, it's Friday, so enjoy your weekend. Thanks for watching.